Have you ever walked through an airport and suddenly felt that weird invisible chill down your spine, like someone's watching you, even though no one's looking? You probably thought it was just travel anxiety. But what if I told you that from the second you step through those glass doors, every single move you make, every pause, every glance, even the way your heartbeat changes, is quietly being recorded? Not by security guards or cameras you can see, but by an entire hidden network of technology that most travelers have never heard about. Yeah, it's real, and I didn't believe it myself until I stumbled into it by accident at Singapore's Changi Airport last year. I was waiting for my flight to Tokyo, killing time near gate B14, when I noticed a tiny metallic sensor tucked right above a vending machine. Nothing strange, right? But when I checked it up close, I realized it wasn't a regular motion sensor. It was a LiDAR scanner. The same kind of tech self-driving cars use to map the world in 3D airports. Turns out use thousands of them, hidden in ceilings, walls, and sometimes even in the lights above your head. They don't just watch. They measure you, how fast you move, how long you stop, what direction your body turns. Why? Because modern airports aren't just transportation hubs anymore. They're behavioral laboratories, see? Every airport today wants one thing above all: efficiency. The faster you move, the more predictable your pattern. The easier it is to sell you something or move you somewhere without chaos. So they use something called passenger flow analytics, powered by tech from companies you've never heard of, like Zovis, CrowdVision, and Viovo. These systems use hidden sensors to build what they call a heat map of human movement. You become a color on a map: red if you're stuck, blue if you're calm, green if you're in motion. It's so accurate they can tell if a line is getting frustrated before anyone says a word. They can even predict when someone's about to panic, based on micro delays in body motion. Creepy, right? But it doesn't stop there. What freaked me out was learning that the Wi-Fi your phone automatically connects to, even if you never actually open it, is part of this system too. Every modern smartphone sends out a ping, like a little digital flare, announcing your presence. Airports track that ping. They can follow your phone's signal as it moves from check-in to boarding. They don't need your name. Just your device ID, that's enough to build a perfect timeline of your journey. And if you ever notice your boarding gate changing just as you reach the food court, that might not be a coincidence. Algorithms can reroute gates and flight paths dynamically, based on passenger flow predictions. Yeah, airports can literally move people like chess pieces. And here's where it gets darker. I once spoke with a retired airport IT technician in Atlanta who told me something I can't fully verify, but it's stuck in my head ever since. He said, some airports are now experimenting with emotional recognition systems. Cameras that don't just see your face, but read your emotion in real time. Imagine walking through security while hidden algorithms analyze your micro-expressions, eye movement, and pulse rate, all to determine if you're acting suspicious. These aren't sci-fi concepts. There are patents for them. The EU even funded pilot programs testing them under the name Eye Border Control. The US Department of Homeland Security has quietly been working on something similar under its future Attribute Screening Technology project. They call it behavioral analytics. But to me, it feels like digital intuition. Machines trying to read your mind before you even know what you're feeling. So when that TSA officer smiles and says, "Random check, sir," just know it might not be random at all. It could be triggered by a computer that noticed your heart rate spike when you saw the scanner. Now, the part that nobody talks about, the data doesn't stay in the airport. Oh no. It gets stored, analyzed, shared, and sometimes even sold. Airports contract private companies to manage their systems. And those companies often use cloud services to process the information. That means your movement, your habits, and even your stress patterns can end up in servers halfway across the world. Some data is anonymized, sure, but anonymization is just a fancy word that means we removed your name, the pattern of your movement that's still uniquely you, like a fingerprint. Think about it. The way you walk, how fast you move, how you hold your phone. All of that is distinct enough that AI can recognize you without your face. In 2022, research team at MIT proved that gait recognition can identify people with over 95% accuracy. In airports, They're already testing it. London Heathrow and Dubai have been experimenting with motion-based identification to track repeat travelers for loyalty programs and predictive marketing. In simple words, your walk could soon replace your passport. But here's the thing that makes this all sound like a conspiracy, till you realize how practical it is. Airports are under insane pressure to move people smoothly and prevent security threats. They handle millions daily. One single delay can cost thousands of dollars per minute. So when they install these sensors, they tell the public it's about efficiency, safety, or comfort, which is true partly. These systems do prevent bottlenecks and improve boarding times, but they also create a new layer of invisible surveillance. It's the price of seamless travel. You trade privacy for speed. Most travelers will never notice. You'll walk through terminals, your favorite playlist playing, unaware that 20 different systems are quietly collecting fragments of your journey. Your face, your phone, your motion, your breath, all turned into data points. The scariest moment for me came when I tested it myself. I turned off my Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, put my phone in airplane mode, and tried to walk invisible through a European airport. I thought I'd beaten the system. But when I checked my flight app, the airport still knew exactly where I was. Later, I learned about a tech called Bluetooth beacons. Small devices hidden inside advertisement panels and digital signs. Even with your phone's Bluetooth off, they can trigger proximity signals when your device passes nearby. It's not hacking, it's passive detection. The system reads the electromagnetic response of your device's antenna. That's when I realized there's no such thing as being untracked in a modern airport, unless you ditch your phone and wear a disguise. You're part of the map. I told this story once to a friend who works in airport management, and he laughed. "We don't spy," he said. "We optimize." Maybe he's right. But then he admitted something off the record. Airports use predictive models not just to manage crowds, but to shape behavior. For example, they know how long you'll spend in duty-free zones before you get bored. They know how likely you are to buy coffee if the line looks short. So digital signage can adjust in real time, showing offers based on live foot traffic predictions. Ever wondered why Starbucks lines at airports always seem perfectly timed with your boarding window? That's not luck, that's design. You're walking through an algorithm, and this goes even deeper. Some airports are testing thermal imaging grids that measure your body temperature as you move. Originally meant for COVID screening, they're now used to identify heat clusters, groups of people standing too close or staying too long in one place. It's efficient for crowd control, but it also means your biological signature, your temperature, even your breathing rate becomes another data point. Combine that with facial recognition, motion analytics, and Wi-Fi tracking, and what you get is a near-perfect digital twin of every passenger in real time. A living map of humanity in motion. Sometimes I think about all this when I'm walking through those gleaming terminals, watching people rushing toward their gates. Most of them have no clue. They're lost in their screens, their earbuds, thoughts, unaware that every step, every pause, every turn is quietly feeding an AI that knows more about them than their best friend does. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because next time you're at an airport, look around. Really look. Notice the tiny domes in the ceilings, the panels in the walls, the glowing floor lights that seem to follow your path. Those aren't just for show. They're part of a silent symphony of sensors, all working together to make sure the airport runs like clockwork, to make sure you stay predictable. So next time you stand in line at security, bored, waiting for the scanner, remember this: you're not just a passenger. You're a data point in one of the most complex surveillance ecosystems on the planet. The airport doesn't just see you, it knows you. It knows how you move, how you react when you stress, and when you relax. It learns you every time you fly. And maybe that's the real price of convenience in the golden age of travel. Freedom that feels effortless, but only because someone is watching every step.